Welcome to the Bob Martinez Athletic Center on Friday, October 5th, 2018. We have a primetime matchup for you tonight, folks. Number 8 Tampa Spartans entering with an impressive 16-1 and 9-0. Sunshine State Clip, they host the Florida Southern Moccasins. For Nick Nahas, I'm Connor Moore. Nick, what a matchup we have tonight. This team is on the quest at this point. It's one game closer until postseason play. What do you expect tonight in this interconference matchup?
Man, I'm expecting a really exciting match. These two teams, they match up pretty well against each other. The Mocs have won the last 3 against the Spartans, of course, so they've been dominant in this series lately. But the Spartans are coming in with a 10-game winning streak. I expect them to continue what they've been doing all season, and they've been hot in conference play, and they want to get that number 1 seed in the conference.
Nick, it's amazing. So many different players on this team have stepped up. One in particular, recording the first ever triple-double in Tampa Spartan history, Melissa Elias. And last game, it was incredible. Against Emory Riddle, she almost had her second in a row. She was 1 kill shy. She had 9 kills, but she's a difference maker out there. Very interchangeable, and when Sammy Mueller comes off for a breather, she steps up, taking on her role, and the Spartans, they don't miss a beat.
Yeah, she's a complete player. She can pretty much do it all. She can set, she can swing from the outside. She has a lethal swing. She's, like a 5-tool player in baseball, can do it all. And we've seen her play a little more setter recently. Of course, Sammy Mueller is the main setter, but they want to develop some depth behind her. They don't want her playing too much. And Elias, she's able to fill in and give Mueller a little bit of a break.
Taking a look from the Moccasin perspective, Nicole Moutson, outside hitter, 5'10", Haggerty graduate. She's a senior, and she has been dominant all year long. Moutson, 325 points on the year, 295 kills, so we will most likely see her get above 300 on what's been an impressive senior year for Matson. And for your Tampa Spartans, it's been a team effort. Katie McKeel, 254 points, 231 for Sorrel Houghton. Melissa Elias now at 110. As we are about 30 seconds away from this premier matchup. Spartans in their white uniforms and a light blue for the Moccasins. I like these uniforms, sort of an aqua appeal. For the Spartans here at home, they have been nothing short of spectacular.
Yeah, definitely. Only 1 loss on the season so far, but that's the only loss overall. 16-1. They've been impressive, especially at home, and they're looking for some home cooking tonight.
We have a big crowd on deck here for a Friday as it has hit 7 o'clock. Thanks again for joining us. This one will not disappoint, and we'll honor America and be right back. welcome back. Phenomenal job by our own UT choir over there. Nick, the athletics are talented, but so is the music program here. Tampa community buzzing right now as we have the Spartans on the brink of potentially going 17-1 and 10-0 in conference play. Man, does that feel good to say.
Yeah, best start since 2014, and of course, this is the longest winning streak since 2015 when they had a 12-game winning streak. But let's not forget that in 2014, the Spartans, when they had a start like this, they ended up 34-1, and they won the national title. And we've seen a good amount of games to know what kind of team the Spartans are this year. And I know that we're only about halfway through the schedule, but this team looks like a team that can compete for a national title.
And obviously Coach Cadnag will say don't jump to a conclusion, but I agree. It does have that feel that this is one of the best teams this program has produced, and the sky's the limit right now. They can take this as far as they want to, and personally I've been seeing them in practice working with both the basketball teams, and they are very loud. They control the gym. They're comfortable here at the Martinez Center. As we are revealing the starting lineups for both teams, we'll get those to you shortly, but shouldn't be too many surprises for the Spartans. Expect to see Mueller, of course, Mishka, Elias. Meeting the reserves, Beisner. Freshman Claudia Rivera, she has been exceptional off the bench, delivering key serves. So we have Elias, Houghton, Mishka, Mueller starting. McKeel, the libero, Nicole Dominguez, and Taylor Fossler is your starting lineup. Nick, talk a little bit about Sammy Mueller. Taking a look at her statistics on the season, they have been just dominant. She has been the X factor, getting it done, setting up her teammates for success, and they have executed.
Yeah, 645 assists on the season. She has 10.48 assists per set. That's outstanding, and she plays most of the match. That's why they want to develop somebody behind her like Elias to get her a little bit of a break. But Mueller, she's been good for the Spartans, especially this year when she has more weapons than she had last year. McKeel is back from injury, and she has Elias, of course, and Houghton. They're going to take a lot of swings, but especially from the middle, this team has a lot of depth with Fossler, and they can attack you from anywhere. And it all starts with Sammy Mueller. She has the different options to go to, and she'll spread the ball around and not make the Spartans' offense predictable.
Well, we're almost ready for volleyball. Crowd continues to flood in, and we see the media in particular here. Nick, this is a game that is in-state rivalry, of course. Lakeland are the Moccasins, so they are familiar with one another, and Tampa, they're holding firm command of the Sunshine State Conference right now. Barry is 7-2, Palm Beach Atlantic 7-3, Florida Southern, obviously with a win tonight, could improve to 7-3, and if the Spartans would suffer their first loss, they'd only be 2 games back. But on the other side of things, the Spartans can really separate themselves by going 10-0 and being 4 games ahead of the Mocs.
Yeah, they're about halfway through their conference schedule right now. They dominated the first time around, and they're going to have to do that again here second time around if they want to end up being number 1 in the conference by the end of the season. So let's meet the Moccasins starting lineup. First with the libero, Gabby Fresh is out there, the senior. Bethany
Vicentes, another senior out there, experienced the Moccasins. Rachel Martin, the aforementioned Nicole Matson. Serving first will be McKenna Wilson. And Jasmine Sanders. That is the Florida Southern starting lineup. The Spartans defense is ready. Wilson is ready. And let's do it. The first set is underway. McKeel to Mueller. Now Houghton going right at Matson. Fresh sending it over. Mueller looking Houghton. Sora Houghton. Gabby Fresh with the diving effort to no avail.
Nice start for the Spartans. They go to Houghton twice. They're trying to send a message here early on to the Mocs.
Sammy Mueller, first Spartans serve. Mueller with the defense. Elias setting up Houghton with the change of that time. And that one, via the tip, will go to Rachel Martin, sophomore from Modesto, California. Serving for the Moccasins, Buse Ene from Istanbul. And Spartans take a 2-1 lead.
Nice finesse by Houghton. She's on the right side this time. She pushes it to the corner and gets the kill. That's her second.
Quick entry for Claudia Rivera. Sorrel Houghton will get a breather.
Rivera's been very good at serving this year, and she's a defensive specialist back there in the back row.
Yeah, the Spartans very professional. This is just another day at the office for them. And on display again, McKeel and Mishka, the deflection. And Claudia Rivera will continue with her serve. Mishka from Mueller.
Yeah, Mishka with that three-quarter slap, and that's really effective, and she was able to pile drive that in there.
The Spartans hitting a 600 right now, something they will hope to continue. And again, it's Mishka in the middle, making her presence known.
The front line for the Spartans has been very active so far tonight, tipping a lot of balls, letting their defense get a shot to set things up.
Rivera serving. Here comes Matson, and that was an interesting play there. She almost like palmed the ball for a second and just kind of swatted it to Rivera, who could not handle it. Bethany Vicentes gets the assist. Mueller going to Elias. Melissa Elias, what a spike. Hussein Ene, the Turkish national, unable to stop that one.
Yeah, Elias, as we said earlier, she's probably the most complete player on the Spartans team. She can really swing it, and she's a great defender as well.
And the Spartans add on Taylor Fossler that time.
When Fossler gets going, that adds a new dimension to the Spartans, and they're basically unstoppable if she's on fire. And, of course, she's first in the Sunshine State Conference in hitting percentage at .392.
Low line drive served by Mishka, and a rare miscue by McKeel, and the score is 6-3 in favor of the Spartans.
Now that's all right. Coach Katnack likes this start for his Spartans, 6-3. They've come out on fire early on.
Diving is Dominguez, and now Elias will have no choice but to send it on over. And here comes the Moccasin attack, handled by Dominguez. McKeel, and that one is still in play. Both teams fighting hard. And they desperately trying to keep it alive. hits it out of play.
Nice job by Rivera to notice that that ball was going to be out of bounds, and she let it go, and it paid off.
So Elias with the serve. Jump ball. McKeel, fabulous job to save it. Give and go. Here comes Matson. Wow. What a play by a gamer that time. That is just Nicole Matson analyzing the defense mid-play, seeing in the blink of an eye just the gap that time on the other side of the net as she goes across the net.
Yeah, she avoids the double team, cross court inside the line. Perfect swing by her. She's coming in with 295 kills. That's first on her team.
So we'll have our two officials, Michael Gale and Joe Donnelly, having a discussion here as there's a brief intermission. 7-4 the score, and the Spartans now awarded the point to Nick's point that time. So the call is overturned. Fine work by the two officials getting the call correct. Matson leading the game with 3 kills. Fresh to Matson. Nicole Matson. Wow. And she is 1 kill away from the 300 plateau on the season.
Matson is one of those players that the Spartans they're going to have to try to double her all night long.
The real deal gets the Spartans their 9th point of the first set.
Man, what a swing by McKeel. She just pile drives it into the ground. And she, of course, came into this match first on this Spartans team with 227 kills.
Fresh. Met at the net. That time was Tiara Porter. And the point will go to the Moccasins.
The Spartans, they thought that was tipped there, but the up judge says no.
So here we go with Gabby Fresh, the southpaw with the serve. Sammy Mueller setting up Fossler. And Fresh now. And the tap is executed by Whitney Drost.
We're going to see a lot of that this game, a lot of off-speed shots because both teams have very good front lines. They want to avoid those double teams and those blocks. They're going to try to go around.
The Santa Fe alma mater Drost with the kill. The recognition that time by Elias, knowing where she was on the court, let that one sail out of play. As Mishka replaces Fossler.
And when we see a high level of volleyball like this between two talented teams like this, you're going to have to change it up. You can't just swing at it as hard as you can every time. You're going to have to mix in some shots. Both defenses are very talented.
And that's the beauty of sports in general, and that's where coaching comes into play. And the Spartans have one of the best across the country in Chris Katnack. And to your point, Nick, you have to adjust. You have to mix up your angles, your trajectories in terms of what the defense is presenting out there. And as we see a kill by Rachel Martin to finish the point, opposing teams have given the Spartans a ton of different looks, and the Spartans have had no problem finding the weak link in those defenses.
A lot of times they can just power it down, but against a very good Mocs defense that has 18.17 digs per set, that's second in the Sunshine State Conference. You're right, they're going to have to change up their looks.
So now Mueller will set up Houghton. There, that time is McKenna Wilson. And now Matson, and it's a jump ball that will be won by Rachel Martin, point Florida Southern.
Man, Madsen from the back row hits it at a nice angle, gets it just over the net, and it still has a lot of velocity on it by the time it gets there to the Spartans defender.
Now for as good as the Spartans have been this year, they have had their droughts, just streaks where they have not had it, and they look to adjust as the Moccasins continue their run. So the Spartans came out hot out of the gate. 11-9 is the score, but the Moccasins stringing together a few points.
Yeah, this team has a lot of confidence. They won't be shook. Of course, last year they had their best season in school history, making it to the championship game, losing to Concordia St. Paul.
Well, what the Spartans have in their advantage is this is obviously a big moment. A lot of people watching. Thanks again for tuning in. Nick Nahas, Connor Moore. Pleasure to have you with us. 12-9 is the score here at the Bob Martinez Center, and 21 attacks, 7 kills for the Spartans, 18 for the Mocs, resulting in 9 kills. Point going to Sorrel Houghton from Sammy Mueller.
Houghton, that was her 10th attempt already. They're going to feed her the ball this game.
Setting it up is Vicentes. And a slam dunk that time that will be rewarded to Rachel Martin, elevating swiftly off the ground, and Spartans had nothing they could do about that.
The Spartans want to get their defense going in transition, but Madsen is giving them a hard time with that, moving the ball all around the court.
6 for 8 is Nicole Madsen, so she's taken full opportunity of these chances, and she's not missing out on any of them, hitting a 75%.
Yeah, not only is she getting a lot of attempts, but she's converting on them, as you said.
Be fresh, going right back to Madsen. Mueller was waiting for it, and now Katie McKeel. Oh, Katie McKeel looking like she was about to line that one up. You can see the facial expression there. As a defender, you're always looking to see what your attacker is looking at, and Katie McKeel faking out her defender. She goes with a changeup when they were expecting the fastball.
Yeah, nice job by Elias finding her on the set. Mueller not in the game for the first time, but with that depth that we talked about, Elias can go in there and they won't lose much.
Let's take a look at your leaders. Madsen and Dominguez both 3 digs, and then Vicentes, Wilson, and Mueller with 2. 6 assists for Sammy Mueller, Vicentes with 4.
Both teams hitting pretty well. The Spartans hitting 348, the Mocs hitting 286. Only 3 attacking errors for the Mocs, 1 for the Spartans. These two teams, they're not going to beat each other, so they're both. If you want to win this game, you have to come up with a play or two, and we'll see who can do that tonight.
Claudia Rivera will resume play. 15-10 the score in the first set. Spartans leading. Dominguez unable to handle Rachel Martin that time, and she collects her 3rd kill.
Martin, she adds to that duo with Madsen, coming in with 163 kills. That's 2nd on the team.
We'll have our first service error of the game go against Martin. Mishka now getting ready for her first serve.
Mishka, she's very athletic at that middle blocker position, and you don't see a lot of middle blockers serving, but she was right there.
Bethany Vicentes, what a play. A no-look, kind of just send it on across, and the Spartans were caught sound asleep on that play. Elias was not happy about that point that they conceded, and she comes back with the heat, going directly at Nicole Madsen.
What a swing, and it's cross court, and it's It's spinning like crazy. That ball has a lot of velocity on it. She may have the hardest swing on the team.
As we'll see a service error by Elias. Nicole Matson now to serve. Well, Florida Southern has given the Spartans everything they can handle in the first half of this opening set. Katie McKeel, it was deflected by Dross, but Katie McKeel delivers.
What a bump pass there by Elias. No look. Back to the other side, to the right, over to McKeel, who finishes it off. Impressive.
Katie McKeel serving. Fresh looking for Porter, and Porter cannot get that over the net. Nyla Demps entering the game playing defense. And that one is out of play, but Nyla Demps using that athleticism to elevate over the net and cause havoc for Florida Southern. And now we're going to have a timeout by Chris Keene, the coach of the Moccasins. So Nick, we have a minute. Let's take a look at
They do everything well, and that's why they're tough to beat. They don't make a lot of mistakes.
and the 5 errors committed by the Moccasins to only 1 against the Spartans. That's a great point, Nick, because the little things you got to win against the Spartans are just too talented to commit silly and unforced errors. Is Katie McKeel to serve. The Spartans are 5 points away from taking the first set. DeSantinez going to Porter, and out of sync were the Moccasins out of the timeout.
The Spartans, 1 attacking error. If they do that, bottom line is they're not going to get beaten.
So the Moccasin bench looking to propel the starting unit. Newly entering the game is Anika Popadic. Popadic is denied. She's from Nice, Serbia, so some international players on display here for the Moccasins.
Fossler was ready for that. She blocked it.
Popadic is replaced by Haley Williams. So head coach Keene going to the bench here, looking for someone to spark their team. McKeel, Elias now setting up Fossler. Nice defense by Fresh to keep it in play. Elias one more time now for Demps. Fresh, back-to-back defensive stoppers. Here comes McKeel. Houghton with the flush.
She was at the right place at the right time. Jumps up at the front of the net. Very opportunist, and she just throws it down.
Spartans are 2 points away. Here comes Porter. Dominguez now to Houghton. DeSantinez, and that kill attempt by Whitney Drost out of play, and we have a set point. Katie McKeel will do the honors.
The Mocs, they thought that one was tipped, but the up judge right on it.
McKeel, and that will be the second service error for the Spartans. So it'll be Gabby Fresh. Here comes Houghton. And that will conclude the first set of play. 25-14 is the score. Spartans take it. 4 kills for Sorrel Houghton, 3 for Katie McKeel, 2 for Melissa Elias, and then 1 for Mishka Mueller and Fosler. Nick, what a performance in the early goings by Tampa.
Yeah, they made quick work of the Mocs in that first set. They're definitely not at the time in conference play. The Spartans in the third set, which was very pivotal, they were down 24-20, and they ripped off 6 straight points and came back and won that set and took control. And yeah, I'd say so, and as you said earlier, Connor, there is a buzz around the city, around campus.
Thanks, sir.
People know that this team is very good.
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Victoria, and I'm a junior studying communications. Today we're going to be visiting some of my favorite off-campus spots that make the Tampa Bay area special. A short walk across the bridge from campus, you'll find Curtis Hickson Park. Located in downtown Tampa, it serves as a popular spot for concerts and festivals. Next door is the Tampa Museum of Art and Glazer Children's Museum. In addition, check out Tampa's Riverwalk, a downtown biking and walking trail that links 5 museums and 7 parks. Just a couple of blocks away is the historic Tampa Theater, a restored movie theater from the 1920s. Tampa's downtown business district, with 18 skyscrapers, is a great place for internships. From here, catch a trolley over to Ybor City, Tampa's historic cigar-making district. Along with lots of restaurants and music venues, Ybor offers a movie theater, museums, shops, and an active nightlife scene. In the mood for some shopping? Take a stroll through Hyde Park Village, an outdoor shopping district with high-end shops and restaurants. For a more traditional experience, International Plaza and West Shore Plaza are both within 4 miles of campus. All shopped out? Nearby, you'll find beautiful Bayshore Boulevard, home to the world's longest continuous sidewalk.
Hi, Vegas.
Yeah, they're definitely up there, and we'll see how, in particular, the goaltending play will factor in, because you need a hot goalie once it comes playoff time, but a lot of youth and a lot of upcoming talent they have, and the great Dave Mishkin will be on call for that. Please tune in. Dave did the last volleyball game with us against Emory Riddle. And Sammy Mueller getting ready to start things off here. Second set. Spartans looking to build off a impressive first set. Here's Fresh, Besancenez, and out of play that time is Rachel Martin. So Nick, as we open up, let's take a look at the official statistics of the first set.
Yeah, the Spartans, of course, very impressive. 7 assists for Sammy Mueller. She's doing very well, of course. You have Sorrel Houghton with 5 kills. She led the team that first set. Overall, this team is performing really well. They hit .406, and they didn't make very many errors. Only 1 attacking error.
And I grade the Moccasin performance in the first set as it was like high quality, but few too many self-inflicted ruins they committed. And against a team like the Spartans, especially here at the Martinez Center, they will make you pay for those miscues.
It shows you how much depth and talent the Spartans have. I mean, the Mocs, they made it all the way to the national championship last year. Lost to Concordia St. Paul, who, of course, they're looking for their 10th national championship in the last 12 years. They've been a D2 powerhouse, so no sweat there losing to that club. But this year, the Spartans are just flat out better than the Mocs.
And your first service ace of the night was presented to you by Katie McKeel. Gabby Fresh was the victim of that, unable to keep it in the air. As the first point of the second set has been awarded to the Moccasins. As we have Buse Ene, the Turkish national, junior 6-footer serving. Alexandra Mishka lining it up. Mistimed her jump that time.
Yeah, that looked a little disjointed there. Mueller trying to go with the quick set to Mishka, and they were just a little bit off.
McKeel will take it. Mueller, and out of play is Elias, just barely. 5-3 is the score, Tampa leading. Ene continuing with her serve. Mueller, what a job keeping that one alive. Besancenez. And that time, Nicole Matson, she's an artist out there, just finding ways to get points. It's not always the big play that you see on the highlight tape, but just finding a way, grinding it out, getting it done.
Yeah, the double team was set up for her, but they weren't really guarding the line, so she just kind of flipped it over there and got the kill.
Too much muscle again by Elias. Nugget coach Jeff Lamb up and out of his chair. The crowd definitely playing a factor. This is an extremely loud gym right now as the coaches are having to scream at the full lung capacity just to communicate with their players.
We've seen a couple of plays where the Spartans have hit it out of bounds. They're just a little out of sync right now, but if they hit their groove, they can go on a point streak.
Mishka, Fresh, keeping it alive. Here comes Houghton. Sorrel Houghton.
Houghton hits it right in front of Gabby Fresh, and what a cool name, Gabby Fresh. She's a gamer out there, and you'd expect that with a name like that.
Well, if you're Gabby, you have to be fresh, and she's been pretty fresh out there. She's getting it done on the defensive end, in particular, playing the libero position, and we're all knotted up at 6. Florida Southern retakes the lead. Here we go, Rachel Martin with the serve. Dominguez, Mueller now. Here comes Katie McKeel. Katie McKeel going directly at Ene, and she ties us up at 7. Well, in the Spartans' last matchup, they faced Emory Riddle, and they took that 3-1. The lone set they lost was the second set. So at times, perhaps the Spartans, after such a captivating first set, they can get a little bit stagnant out there. And
yeah, they can lose a little bit of concentration because they're that good. I mean, if they're handling people, then they might take a set or two off, but they'll always come out on top after that, pretty much.
So Elias will send it over to McKeel. Here comes Matson, and Mueller somehow kept that one alive. And that one was deflected, and Katie McKeel collecting her 5th kill in just 8 attempts.
And I don't think the Spartans will get complacent here tonight. They know what's at stake. They know that this is a very good opponent. They're capable of coming in here and beating the Spartans. The all-time series, the Spartans lead 72-55, but as we said, the Mocs have won the last 3.
And we're seeing this on a more regular basis as Nyla Demps replaces Sammy Mueller, and taking over Mueller's position will be Melissa Elias as she will serve. Katie McKeel, another kill. Nicole Dominguez got the assist.
It just brings a lot of flexibility to the offense. They want to find a way to get Demps in there a little bit more.
Tiara Porter that time attacking Rivera. Unorthodox swing there by Fossler. Rivera keeps it alive. And that will be a violation in favor of Florida Southern, 9-9 the score. NA is replaced by another international player, Anika Papadish. Here comes Elias setting up McKeel, and she goes directly at Madsen. Advantage McKeel, but what a pass from Melissa Elias.
Yeah, she's been dropping dimes all night long, and that was perfectly on time to McKeel, right in her stride, and she was able to finish it off.
And at the very least, Melissa Elias on pace for a double-double, 5 digs, 4 assists. She has 2 kills, but we've seen sequences from her where she has gotten in that groove and had consistent kills, so that is always a possibility. She had 9 last time against the Eagles of Embry-Riddle.
And she can also rack up some digs there too. Very good defender.
So Gabby Fresh with the 10-10 serve. Taylor Fossler! The game face there, wow. When she's dialed in, she's as good as anybody, and that is unstoppable.
Yeah, this offense has been on point the last couple of sets. Right on time. The timing has been there.
And the Spartans utilize, oh my goodness, Sorrel Houghton! The Moccasins let that one sit in the air, and Sorrel Houghton put a finish to it. Wow, 12-10. But getting back to Fossler, the Spartans utilize her perfectly because she comes in off the bench and she's targeted. They go to her for volume, and she usually gets the job done. But we see her now on the bench getting some water in and Gatorade, so keeping her fresh and keeping her at her best. The Spartans do it, and the Moccasins answer back.
Yeah, you just see the athleticism on the Spartan side. Every player can jump out of the gym pretty much. And a lot of explosion here.
McKenna Wilson with the serve. Nyla Demps defeating Dross that time. Mueller coming back in for Demps.
Mueller, she's got a nice serve. Line drive.
Here come the Spartans. Mueller setting up Houghton. She gets the point, going right at Besancenez. Spartans hitting a 30% clip right now. 16 for the Spartans. That 30 will improve to 31. Thanks to Mishka setting up Houghton. There was an attacking error on Rachel Martin, the block by Mishka.
Dominguez couldn't quite dig that one out. She, of course, came into this match with 261 digs. That leads the team. She's going to dig that out 95% of the time. She's been a very good defender. New role for her this year, and she's fit it well.
Mishka from Mueller, and that's the 10th assist of the game for Sammy Mueller. Bethany Besancenez doing her job as the point guard. She has 11.
Yeah, Mishka, short arm action. She's very powerful.
So Claudia Rivera now coming in. Katie McKeel! The rejection on Rachel Martin. And this crowd is vivid. On the counterattack, it is Madsen. And Florida Southern prevails, attacking error, falling in the hands of Melissa Elias.
Yeah, Madsen has been kind of quiet here in this second set. The Spartans focusing in on her on defense.
Yeah, we see Coach Kadenak there, not happy with the call on the court by Gale. He wanted to have a discussion with the side official Joe Connolly, but Gale said, no, we're going to play on. Here's Mishka. Out of play. It's the third service error for both teams.
A string of service errors by both teams.
And that favors the Spartans because the Spartans, they make you pay when they get free points, as they're now just 6 away from taking a commanding 2-0 set lead. Here's Nyla Demps. And wow, Nyla Demps, when she's playing like that, the Spartans are basically unbeatable because she has been a player that has seen a role kind of fall out of the rotation just because of the emergence of Elias and other players, Fossler obviously. This is a deep team, and I don't think the Spartans mind playing second fiddle at times just because this is a balanced attack.
Sub above difference is giant. Giant hearts, giant differences, and giant wins. On Jersey Mike's annual day of giving, 100% of sales go to a great cause in your community. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub.
Even if a few players don't have their A game, it just takes one or two, and then a few other players playing their.
I'm Robin.
And I'm Chris.
We're the brothers behind Firehouse Subs. The last thing anyone needed was another sub shop.
They needed a better one.
We built Firehouse Subs on quality and quantity.
And I'm the quality.
Why my quantity?
Are you kidding?
Try our hook and ladder sub.
Smoked turkey breast, Virginia honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, all served steaming hot on a toasted sub roll. Our way beats their way. If you don't agree,
It's free.
on him.
It's on him.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
Masons are first out of the huddle. Sammy Mueller with assistant coach Leah Weber getting a word in there, perhaps on the defensive alignment. Be a 4-2 set for the Moccasins out of the timeout. Coming with Papadish, and whoa, oh man, Nicole Dominguez showing her inner magician there. How did she keep that one off the floor? And the play continues now with Demps sending it on over to Sansones. And that time, Claudia Rivera tried to replicate Dominguez, but apparently that one hit the floor. That looked just like the Dominguez one.
Every player on the Spartans is versatile. They can all attack and they can all play defense pretty much. Rivera has been very good in the back row.
Here's Fossler. Oh my goodness, nothing Nicole Madsen can do. And the pass was on point by Melissa Elias. That's her 8th assist.
Elias with the alley-oop to Fossler. That was perfect timing once again. Those two have a lot of chemistry because she's feeding her the ball right on time.
So here comes Dominguez taking charge. Sansones to Fresh. And here's Whitney Draws. Denied! Nyla Demps. Taylor Fossler putting up a wall. No, not today.
And Fossler making an impact on offense and defense.
Wow. 7-point advantage for the Spartans. And you get the sense they're just getting going as we see another attacking error for the Moccasins.
Yeah, the body language isn't looking very good for the Mocs right now. They know they're in trouble. The Spartans, they're on a streak right now. They're on fire, and they're pretty much clicking on all cylinders.
And this might be an opportunity to see some new faces for the Spartans, players. Off on you, so players like Sarah Luma I expect to see enter. Kamari Potter, those two freshmen, the future of the Spartans.
Like your pizza loaded with cheese, then have we got a crust for you. Pizza Hut's Ultimate Cheesy Crust Pizza, 16.
Very talented freshmen. We haven't seen them here tonight, deep in conference play, but yeah, maybe they'll get an opportunity to go in.
And even though Jen Beaumier and Danielle Christian haven't seen too much action, the senior leadership and their presence has been influential for these other players to step up and be the best they can possibly be. Yeah. So out of the timeout, the Moccasins score.
Beaumier, of course, about a year ago, she had that ACL injury at Daytona, and she came back from that. She's cleared to play, and she's providing that leadership role here for the Spartans. Of course, winning the state championship when she was a senior at Venice.
Here comes Nyla Demps. Nice defense by the Sansonos. Here comes Sorrel Houghton, the off speed. And now Nicole Matson. And to relish on this, remember not too long ago, Nick, Nicole Matson was 6 for 8 in kills. That number has dwindled to 7 for 19. Credit the Spartans defense. They came to play tonight.
Yeah, they take on that challenge. They take it personally when somebody does that well against them, and they want to come out and shut her down in the second set, and that's exactly what they've done.
Diving effort that time by the Sansones. We're at a match point, and it's a football score, 24-17 right now. Nicole Dominguez looking to put the exclamation point on the second set. Here comes Nicole Matson, giving Katie McKeel everything she can handle. Elias trying her best, and we'll have a whistle from official Gale, and pleading her case as Nicole Dominguez wants some clarification here.
Yeah, that was a tough play. That one almost hit the roof, and I think they called a net violation.
We will have a conversation, and we saw one call overturned in the first set, and okay, I think we're going to have an inadvertent whistle, I believe is the call. So
they'll have a redo on that last point.
Yeah, so the Spartans who had possession will now serve. Credit Dominguez for pleading her case and having the two officials talk about it and ultimately come up with a different conclusion than the initial one.
Yeah, it's kind of like Tropicana Field, with all those rings, and you never know.
The catwalk, I don't know.
You never know which one's out of play or in play.
Well, that's another thing. The Ybor community is buzzing right now because of their new stadium. We'll get to that after this wraps up. It's Mishka, Alexandra Mishka. Oh, still in play, I guess. No whistle. Play on. And that one will drop. And that is a perfect example. You gotta play the whistle.
Yeah, both teams actually thought that play was dead. They stopped playing, but then, play continued on.
We see this at every sport. Teams, especially in football, not tackling, play the whistle. All those youngsters out there, please play the whistle, whatever sport you're playing, as McKeel gives a great effort by Rachel Martin with her 6th kill. And we'll have a timeout now by Chris Keynes, so this set is not over. Still looming in the area is the moccasins, but I think
in 1889, St. Leo is the fourth largest Catholic university in the United States and currently serves more than 14,000 students. They study at its university campus in Greater Tampa Bay through its online programs and at more than 40 teaching locations in 7 states, boasting small class sizes, academic excellence, and state-of-the-art technology. St. Leo is a thriving community you definitely want to be a part of.
Sometimes we've seen that the Spartans go up 2-0 pretty much every match, and then they can put some more of those other players in there to get some experience.
please join us tomorrow, 4 p.m. We'll be right back in action here. The Spartans will host St. Leo, and now let's take a look at the Sunshine State Conference standings. St. Leo, they're not bad. They're 5-4 in conference play, 8-9 on the season.
They beat the Spartans last season, so the Spartans, they want to get revenge. That's a rising program over there in St. Leo.
Well, all of these teams, they're talented. If you don't come to play on a given night, you deliver a poor performance, you can be beaten. So let's see if the Spartans can find the exclamation point here. It'll be Melissa Elias setting up Nyla Dems. Nyla Dems!
On the free ball, the Spartans take advantage and close this second set out.
And that's something I really want to see more of, Debs. The emotion right there. You saw her with the emphatic fist bump right there. She was so exuberant that she got that kill because...
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Victoria and I'm a junior studying communications. Today we're going to be visiting some of my favorite off-campus spots that make the Tampa Bay area special. A short walk across the bridge from campus, you'll find Curtis Hickson Park. Located in downtown Tampa, it serves as a popular spot for concerts and festivals. Next door is the Tampa Museum of Art and Glaser Children's Museum. In addition, check out Tampa's Riverwalk, a downtown biking and walking trail that links 5 museums and 7 parks. Just a couple of blocks away is the historic Tampa Theater, a restored movie theater from the 1920s. Tampa's downtown business district, with 18 skyscrapers, is a great place for internships. From here, catch a trolley over to Ybor City, Tampa's historic cigar-making district. Along with lots of restaurants and music venues, Ybor offers a movie theater, museums, shops, and an active nightlife scene. In the mood for some shopping? Take a stroll through Hyde Park Village, an outdoor shopping district with high-end shops and restaurants. For a more traditional experience, International Plaza and West Shore Plaza are both within 4 miles of campus. All shopped out? Nearby you'll find beautiful Bayshore Boulevard, home to the world's longest continuous sidewalk. This 4.5-mile path is ideal for walking, running, or biking. And keep an eye out for dolphins and stingrays in the bay. Any hockey fans out there? The Amalie Arena is home of the Tampa Bay Lightning. In addition, the arena hosts over 150 concerts and events each year. If football's more your speed, come see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Raymond James Stadium. Just across the street is the spring training facility for the New York Yankees. Catch a game when they're in town. You can get close up to nature at Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo. Enjoy the tropical setting while viewing more than 1,200 animals ranging from tigers to chimpanzees and to manatees. Be sure to also check out the Florida Aquarium, an award-winning facility with 20,000 fish and aquatic animals from ecosystems around the world. If you're a thrill seeker, then Busch Gardens has you covered. This popular amusement park features 5 top-rated roller coasters and animal exhibits. We've saved the best for last. The Tampa Bay area has some of the most beautiful white sand beaches in the world. Clearwater Beach provides the perfect spot to swim, relax, and hang out with friends. Here we are, back at the absolute best spot in town, UT's campus. I hope you enjoyed getting a taste of what makes this area so exciting and that you'll soon join us here in the beautiful Tampa Bay area.
Stuff we have here to everybody top to bottom making this broadcast possible and this environment possible. This is the real atmosphere that you hope to see, and I think the volleyball team is also having a say in this. When you're producing a top 10 team across the country like they are, with the lone loss of course coming against Drury, a prominent program from Missouri, that speaks volumes, and the Spartans will be a tough out once postseason play comes.
And right now they look like they're going to host a few regional games. They want to play for one of those top seeds, and they're on their way to doing that. And if they keep winning, they're going to even move up in that national rankings poll. I think, the Spartans, they were a little bit disrespected at the beginning of the year, not being placed in the top 25. And I think they started out low in the rankings, but they're right where they should have been before, I'd say. And they're still soaring. They could get there in the top 5 after this tough week. Embry-Riddle, and then here against the Mocs, and then tomorrow against St. Leo. Those are 3 quality opponents here at home.
Yeah, and we're about 40 seconds from getting the third set. Spartans looking to take out the broom and deliver us a sweep. One element I want to talk about with the Spartans, their professionalism. We see way too much of the collegiate level suspensions being handed down and disciplinary stuff. That is not the case at all with the Tampa Spartans. This is a professional team. They come in ready to work every day. See that on display a lot lately at practice. They're one of the loudest teams of any sport I think I've ever heard in a gymnasium. As for the basketball team, it is hard to hear during practice because they are treating it like a game. So once the game comes about, it just feels like practice and it's nothing new. Whereas you see some teams, they get overwhelmed. You get a crowd in the gym. You blow the whistle and you get into action. Some teams, they choke. That's not the case with the Spartans. They know what they're doing.
And I think that's a testament to Coach Katnack and the environment he's set up here at UT. Of course, his 35th season and his second man in charge, Brian Imperial. They do a good job of making these players feel comfortable. They allow them to be themselves, and it pays off. And when you see a team like that, this talented, that goes and handles their business and doesn't mess around, then you've got a special team.
And adding to your point, Nick, I want to give a shout out to, of course, Coach Katnack, Coach Imperial, Lamb, Coach Weber, Coach Godwin, and the graduate assistant Cody Liner. They all play a part in putting out this performance, and the players get most of the recognition, but it is a team effort. Everybody, top to bottom, they are accountable. And here we go. The Moccasins off to a quick 2-0 start here in the third set, so they do not want to exit here silently.
And the starting lineup that started this game is out here for the third set. I think that speaks volumes about this game in general. Coach Katnack wants to win it because, of course, the Mocs have won the last 3. So the Spartans want to send a message. They want to go out and beat teams, and they want to beat them handily.
All right, well, this one is far from over. As seen with a 3-0 lead here, quickly out of the gate in the third set. Serving will be N.A. Alexandra Mishka handcuffing McKenna Wilson there. She could not stop that one.
She just hits it on a line. The trajectory is just straight down to the ground.
N.A. to Besancenez. And now Mueller will set up Elias. And the point will go to the Spartans. Oh, Sammy Mueller, the defense. What a play that time. Nicole Madsen, and she has collected her 10th kill tonight.
Yeah, she just powers it off of the double team.
We'll see
power there.
We'll see the sophomore Annie Collins now for the Moccasins. A Forest graduate. Oh my goodness! Sorrel Houghton, and she'll be replaced by Claudia Rivera.
Man, volleyball is all about timing, and the Spartans have had perfect timing tonight on offense with both setters, with Mueller and Elias. When she's in there, they can really pass the ball.
Here we go, Claudia Rivera continuing on with her serve. The attacking error is courtesy of Nicole Matson.
I think the best comes out in the Spartans when they play good teams like Florida Southern. Of course, they took it to Palm Beach Atlantic at PBA. They swept them in 3 sets.
And what a pass by Sammy Mueller, making it easy for Alexandra Mishka to put the exclamation point on that one. Here comes Wilson. Oh, Nicole Dominguez. Katie McKeel. Matson to no avail. Mueller going to Mishka for the quick 1-2. Here comes Elias now setting up McKeel. What a play by Nicole Matson. Has she impressed tonight? She is a real player here.
That was a nice rally. Both teams played very well. You see the Spartans offense rotating in unison perfectly.
So 5-5 is the score. Here comes McKeel. And that one is in play. Katie McKeel. And Coach Chris King is flabbergasted.
Perfect balance, too. You don't see one player in double digits quite yet for the Spartans. Now we're in the 3rd set.
And walking the tightrope there was Katie McKeel. How did she keep that one in play? Don't exactly have the best viewpoint as the service error goes against Mishka, and she'll be replaced by Dominguez. Matson getting ready to serve. En route, 6-6 the score. Wow, Taylor Foster, that was a nice play. And a nice effort that time. Could not keep it in the realm of play.
Yeah, that was just outside of the antenna.
So here's Melissa Elias. Spartans with a 7-6 lead, a floating serve that time. Mueller, McKeel met at the net, but too much is Katie McKeel for Haley Williams, the freshman from Rincon, Georgia. Elias, N.A., here comes N.A., and maybe one of the few things worth noting moving forward, Rivera having a tough time with those lethal spikes, just trying to catch it with 2 hands, perhaps maybe try using your wrist there and kind of adjusting properly to it.
Well, in her defense, I think anybody would have trouble with those swings.
Yeah, we're seeing the Mocs really amp it up here, seeing them play at a different level than they have the first 2 sets. Keeping it in play nicely is Mueller. Williams now. N.A. Katie McKeel, the hammer.
McKeel has found her stride. She's just tied Sorrel Houghton with 9 kills, and Houghton wants to come back in here and take the lead in kills again.
9-8 the score. Tampa fighting back nicely here, following a quick start to the 3rd set for Florida Southern. Jump ball won by Rachel Martin. She's been the second source of offense for the Moccasins with 6 kills, now 14 tries, add 4 errors though, and that's been the Achilles heel for Florida Southern. Whoa! Sorrel Houghton somebody stop her. McKenna Wilson took a bullet on that one.
And, man, that's her 10th kill. She's battling with Katie McKeel. Just took the lead again. I think there's a little bit of a competition going on with those two. Of course, 1 and 2 in kills on this squad.
Here we go. Mueller, Sorrel Houghton, and now Bethany Sinez. Houghton again. And that one is out of play. Do the Moccasins have a run to avoid being swept? We will see. 10-10.
This is around the time the Spartans have turned it up in the first 2 sets. This is when they play particularly well.
Katie McKeel collects her 11th kill. That's the team lead. Sorrel Houghton not far behind with 10. But you mentioned that, Nick, and we're seeing no mercy really from Coach Katnack. This is a Sunshine State Conference matchup. They do not want to take their foot off the gas pedal, leaving the starters in, trying to sweep them and send a message to the whole Sunshine State Conference.
Yeah, they really want to get back at them for the last 3 matches. Of course, Florida Southern dominated the series last year. Spartans want to get back in the winning column.
Service error on the hands of Annie Collins. She will be replaced by the libero, Gabby Fresh. That is, though, a cool name, Nick.
Yeah, yep, definitely. And that
might have to keep that one. I don't know if I would change my last name if I had a last name like Fresh. I think maybe have 2 last names, if any, but Fresh is something that stands out for the right reasons.
Yeah, Dougie Fresh, Connor Fresh. I mean, that's a cool last name.
Better to be fresh than not to be fresh.
Exactly.
Here we go, Sammy Mueller. Melissa Elias with the basketball. Oh, man. And Melissa Elias is penalized for being aggressive there, but that is something. She got off her feet after the spike attempt in a hurry, jumping right back for the jump ball above the net. Here comes McKeel doing a nice job just to send it on over. Nicole Matson has been a 1-player wrecking crew tonight with now 13 kills with a 33%.
That's the one time we didn't see the Spartans offense in sync, and I jinxed them 2nd time in a row.
So we're seeing Besancinez and Elias both flirting with double-doubles. 1 dig away. Tonight, Mishka also with 4, being that triple threat. But Nick, we have 20 seconds until we resume. If you're Coach Katnack, what are you telling them right now?
I think you just wanted to get them a little bit of a breather. They've been out there pretty much the whole match. They might have tired legs. I think he's just trying to get them a little bit refocused. This is where they need to make a run. They don't want it to get out of hand. If it does, then he may want to put some other players in there and then just regroup for the 4th set.
Well, I like his approach. He's an old school coach, one of the best in the business, and you see him, he was talking primarily fundamentals, just the little things, and as we mentioned, he's keeping the starters out there, so he wants to see communication and teamwork on display by what will most likely be his playoff goers. So 16-12 though, Spartans dealing with adversity, Moccasins leading. Oh, it's deflected. Melissa Elias saying, give me that. What a play going directly at Tiara Porter.
Yeah, that was a big point there. They needed that one to stay in this third set. They still have time to recover.
Who says athletes can't have a personal side? Melissa Elias, that was an emotional play there because she collected her fourth kill and she is expanding her game in ways I don't even know the coaching staff saw. She has really taken a significant step forward in what has been a terrific sophomore campaign.
Yeah, 14 assists and 12 digs in the last match, a double-double.
All right, here's N.A. going at McKeel. Fresh stopping Fossler. And Tiara Porter going, nice defense by Dominguez. Nicole Matson with the try. Denied. N.A. with the rejection on Elias.
The serve receive hasn't been as on point as it was the first two sets. Spartans kind of taking this third set off a little bit, and they might need to regroup here in the fourth.
Yeah, despite coasting through the first two sets for the most part, we're seeing the human aspect of the Spartans. They can be beaten at times, and even though they're losing, they're only down by 4, and I think that is a testament to just how talented they are. Even when they're not playing well, they're still right in it.
Yeah, a team like Embry-Riddle, they'd normally sweep in 3, but they took one extra set to do that the other night.
And that one was fumbled that time by the Sansones. That was when she just took her eye off the ball.
Spartans are a streaky team. They can make a run here to take the lead.
All right, 18-15 Moccasin advantage. Rivera there. And now Elias sending it to McKeel. Rivera thought that one was going to go out. Just keeping it in play was Matson. Gabby Fresh setting it up. Gabby Fresh now. She's on the verge of a double-double. She has 9 and 8. Just out of play was McKeel. Five-point lead for Florida Southern. McKeel again, too much. Sails out of play. And now we'll have another timeout by the Spartans. This might be more about strategy and adjustments, what tactics they're going to use here to try to slow the Moccasins down.
I already think they're focused on the next set here. I think they kind of realize that this will be tough to come back from in this third set, but they're still in firm control here at home. They can go out and dominate in the fourth set and still come up with a hard-fought win.
All right.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Give credit to Florida Southern. Despite dropping the first two sets, they've looked like a different team in the third set. And if they play anything like this third set moving forward, they could be giving the Spartans everything they can handle.
Yeah, they've really turned up their play here. in the third set. I don't think it's a lack of focus on the Spartans. I just think that the Mocs, they don't want to get swept, and they're giving it their all.
Sorrel Houghton getting ready to re-enter, replaces Rivera.
And Coach Katnack, he's not taking his foot off the gas. He's still being aggressive, putting his top players in there, and I think that's good strategy.
Here we go, Fresh to NA. Denied Taylor Fossler and Nyla Dems. The swap.
A block, that's a big momentum play, and that's the type of play that can get the Spartans hyped and get them on a little bit of a run.
Now. Empanada. It's Mr. Empanada to you.
Now serving up scrumptious empanadas in convenient Tampa Bay locations. Mr. Empanada.
Hitting percentage for the Spartans, and the Moccasins now almost back at 20% there at 19.
Yeah, the Spartans only had one attacking error after the first set, and now they're sitting at 15-16, and so I think the majority of those have been here in the third set.
All right, well, the Mocs are first out of the huddle. They'll be comprised of Haley Williams, Rachel Martin, Bethany Besanchez, Gabby Fresh, Nicole Madsen, and Buse Ene. So it'll be Katie McKeel resuming action. The Spartans have Dominguez, Elias, Demps, Fossler, and Houghton out on the floor. Houghton with the off speed. Fresh. Here comes Nyla Demps. Nyla Demps! All of a sudden, the Spartans are within striking distance, only 3 away.
Nyla Demps on point tonight, third on the team in kills with 6, and she's only had 9 or 10 attempts.
Elias takes charge. Fossler gets it over. Here we go. Elias setting up Fossler off one foot. The ricochet. Oh, and the Spartans in the Bob Martinez Center, they are on their feet.
Spartans are on a run here, making it close.
Besanchez looking for Williams, and it's kept alive somehow by the Spartans. Sending it on over is Dominguez, and Keene wanted a call. Didn't get it. That was out of play. And Chris Keene is hot. He is not happy.
He thought that was tipped. He thought it was tipped.
And that is a monumental point that was won by the Spartans. Could have easily went to the Mocs. We'll have a timeout now as a result by Florida Southern and Coach Keene.
Both teams utilizing their timeouts. This, of course, is a vital.
Are you ready for it?
So the Spartans want the sweep. There's no question about that. They want to send their rivals back home to Lakeland quicker rather than later.
Yeah, it'll be a long 40-minute ride back to Lakeland if this team can't come up with at least one set victory. The Spartans lead the all-time percentage 72 to 55 against the Mocs. But we've seen more lopsided series than this one. I mean, the Spartans are up by 17 games, but they have dominated some of the other teams, like Embry-Riddle, like 83-0 all time against them.
All right, well, we're ready. McKeel trailing 21-20. Besancenez denied Derek Volsler, and Sawyer Houghton tied up 21 Savage right now.
5 straight points for the Spartans. They just needed to refocus, I guess. They needed that timeout by Coach Katnack.
Yeah, they're very effective out of the break, as always. And a rare lack of communication. Perhaps this crowd was too loud. Spartans could not talk to one another. So an example of the noise and the atmosphere playing in. As Marissa Beisner now entering. What a time to enter for the senior, though, the experienced vet. So Houghton going right at Gabby Fresh.
The Spartans really trust Houghton. That's who they go to when they need a point the most.
Here we go, Nicole Dominguez. The Spartans are 3 points away from victory. Besancenez going at Dems. And that time the Mocs get a significant point. They're 2 points away from forcing a fourth set. The Turkish national Buse Ene serving. Beisner, Elias, here comes Houghton, the lefty attempt. Oh, what a play, Melissa Elias, the highlight reel. Oh, Nyla Demps, let's go!
Nyla Demps pushing it to the corner, great play on her part. But man, that may have been a set saver right there for Elias diving to the floor. That may have saved this third set for the Spartans.
That was one of the most athletic plays I've seen in my lifetime. Whoa! Nicole Madsen, the answer.
Man, Madsen can really get some lift off of the ground. What a spike. This is set point. Oh, out of play.
We have a service error on Rachel Martin. Drama at the Martinez Center. 24-24. Of course, win by 2.
That service error, that was a service error on the biggest point of the night for the Mocs. What a heartbreaker. Let's see if the Spartans can take advantage.
Here we go. And Madsen, Rivera. Here comes McKeel. Kept alive by McKenna Wilson.
Oh, a free ball attempt here for the Spartans.
Katie McKeel gets it done, and the Spartans are at a match point.
The last few points, the serve-receive has been on point for the Spartans. That's what's given them the opportunity to come back in this third set. The crowd is fired up.
Yeah, this is about as loud as it's been tonight. They want the finish they came here for.
This is match point.
And we will continue on. Sammy Mueller handcuffed by who other than Nicole Madsen. She's got 19 kills. Bethany Besancenez has a double-double, 23 and 12. As for Melissa Elias, she has 15 and 11. McKeel has 13 and 11, 13 kills, that is. And here we go. Here comes Elias, fresh, setting the way for Madsen. McKeel with the defense. Alexandra Mishka. And again, we're at a match point.
That was set up by the dig by McKeel. Nice athletic play on defense. She bumps it over to her setter, and she gets it over to Mishka for the quick set and the kill. Right in the middle.
Here comes Alexandra Mishka looking to wrap it up. It's Madsen, and it's deflected. 26-26. Nicole Madsen, how good has she been? 20 kills.
The drama continues.
Thanks again for joining us. The Spartans have been dominant all game, looking to finish it off. Nicole Madsen to Rivera. Muir. Fossler in play! Taylor Fossler. Wow. How did she keep it in play?
The Spartans have really been attacking from the middle here late in the game. A lot of trust in Fossler and Mishka.
Well, here we go, Melissa Elias. She's been exceptional.
It's the third time the charm here.
Here we go. Elias setting up McKeel. Ball game! And the Spartans flood the court. 28-26 is the final. And the Spartans improve to 17-1. And now they're 10-0 in Sunshine State Conference play. And this magical run continues for the Spartans. Nick, what a performance. Katie McKeel, she led the way all game long. She got her 15th kill to put an exclamation point on it.
Yeah, what a way to end that match. Go to your leading kill getter, let her finish it off with the spike, and the gym erupts. The players run out onto the court. They just swept their rivals.
And we have the Spartans circling up. You see the teamwork and the team chemistry all game long, before and after. And just another day in the office, I'd really say, for the Spartans. They're bringing on the broom. We have a sweep at the Bob Martinez Center. Reminder, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, please join us as these Spartans will be right back here. They'll take on St. Leo in another Sunshine State Conference matchup. For Nick Nahas and everyone on our team, I'm Connor Moore. Thanks again, and have a good night.